Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey, welcome back to Daily Dose Radio. This is your home for organic Bible study. It's what we like to call the Bible Bistro. Come on in, sit down. Daily Dose Radio is 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week, studying the Psalms verse by verse. That's what we do. That's all we do. This is your Bible study time, 5 minutes a day, and if you're first time here with us, thank you for listening in. We're going to read today from Psalm 37. Actually, we're going to be studying Psalm 37 this week and next. It's a little bit longer, so we're going to take it a little bit slower. 40 verses, I think. It's about 40 verses long. We're going to do verses 1 through 4 today. This is also an acrostic psalm. So we have here the Hebrew alphabet laid out for us in the first letter of the first word of each verse. Actually, it's not each verse, but it's every other verse because each letter represents 2 verses here in this particular psalm. So that's what we're going to be doing this week and next. So we'll do about halfway through this week. We're going to do verses 1 through 4 today. If you are new to Daily Dose Radio, let me just remind you that we have my-dailydose.com. That's the website. You can go there and find out more information about Daily Dose Radio and about, well, just some other things. There are links there to social sites and other rich content on that page, my-dailydose.com. Well, let me read for you verses 1 through 4 of Psalm 37. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord, and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Well, you can see right away that this psalm is filled with some magnificent devotional content. If you can encourage yourself by this psalm, then friend, as the old fella said, your wood is wet. This one is a delight. It's a dandy. And we begin with something familiar. Of course, this is a psalm of David, so we understand the evildoer, the enemy. He's been praying against the enemy and seeking God's face because of his enemy. Well, pick a psalm. It's filled with imprecatory prayers against the enemies of the King David. Of course, we've talked about that before, that the enemy in our case, it may be another person, but it also, we may just apply this to our spiritual enemy, which is the flesh, the devil, and our own very nature. So that is an enemy that we can pray against. David begins here by saying, fret not thyself against or because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. You don't need to envy them because they have nothing, right? And here's what he says about them. They shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. So there you have it, friends. Their time is coming. They're going to be cut down. You won't be able to find them anymore. So don't envy them and don't fret because of them, because they're going to go away. The Lord sees, and he's watching out over you. Trust in the Lord and do good. So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. See now, you notice the difference? He started by saying don't fret, and now he reverses that and he says trust. Don't fret, trust. Casting all your care upon him, Peter said. Why? Because he cares for you. So trust in the Lord and do good. So you'll dwell in the land, and verily you'll be fed. Verse 4, delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. So trust in the Lord, delight yourself in the Lord. Do you see a theme developing here? Oh yeah, well, you're going to get to verse 5 and you're going to see it again, because there, let me just go ahead and sneak it in, commit thy way unto the Lord. So trust, delight, commit. And then in verse 7, rest in the Lord. So you see how we've started with fret not. Now we end up with all these ways in which we can apply ourselves to our faith, trusting, delighting. And we'll get some more of that this week. Please join me again tomorrow. We'll look at verses 5 through 8 on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.